My name is JoDavi. I am a composer, arranger, songwriter, singer-songwriter, performer, and musician. Do it all, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do is to compose and then to get on stage and perform and listen to everything around me. The song that we're promoting is called I Won't Go. It's kind of like an Afro-funk tune and has a music video to it. It's really special to me. When I wrote I Won't Go, I was going through a period in my life where I felt like things and people and even people who are closer to me were kind of trying to make me change my convictions and you know, sometimes they would do it in such an aggressive way that and sometimes even in a hateful way that it started to kind of get to me. And that song was like an encouragement to me first to say, you know, stand your ground. It's okay. You know, you can have your convictions even if they're not shared by many people. And so like the messaging is just, no matter what you do, you know, I won't go. It's just a statement of I'm being solid, right? It's just a statement of defiance. And so that's what inspired me. And when I wrote it, I really hope that it inspired others who may be going through something similar. I love putting words to music. I mean, I know it sounds that's in a very simple way. I love music, and so then when words can fit into it, I just think it's great. In the past maybe 5 or 6 years, I've come to really love inserting my own convictions into my music, whether it's a love song or a song like I Won't Go, or a song about maybe some societal issue or something that I want to address. I like to sometimes almost subliminally, you know, embed messages, positive messages or messages of hope, principles that I've learned, scriptures that have really been anchors for me into my music, to help people and sometimes it's I think, not even on a conscious level. They're just, you know, if it's true, what psychologists say about how music can really get inside of you, you know, whether it's with negative lyrics, right? Violence, womanizing, all that kind of stuff. Then the same has to be true for music with lyrics that are uplifting. And so whether the listener is actively listening or if it's playing in the background, my hope is that those words will get to them. My simple advice is just write a song. Just write a song. I mean, I think that sometimes we get so caught up in like, let me read this book, let me read this blog, let me watch this podcast and hear other people talk about the mechanics of writing a song and the structures and that's fine, all that's okay, but you really just have to do it. You just have to start doing it. And it can be the worst song in the history of songs. It could just be for you, right? You have to have a starting point and you have to start somewhere. So just start. Just sit down and you can model it after one of your favorite songs. You can model it after one of your favorite artists and it can sound almost just like it. You can take a song that exists and just change the words, you know, and start there. But just start. I think that one of the things that I think I'm privileged to have is what I think one of my favorite movies is The Matrix, and the architect from The Matrix, he classifies his counterpart, right? They call her the Oracle, as having a lesser mind. He said a mind less bound by the parameters of perfection. That's what he said. And I kind of identify with that in that I always just tried things. I never really took the time to see whether or not I was qualified to do it, or if I knew enough to start it. I would just start things. And so for me, I wrote my first song. I never really showed anyone, but I wrote my first song at about 9 years old. It was about this girl I had a crush on. She was like a year older than me. And it's kind of a super cheesy song, but even when I think back to it, you know, it really is it's a very, very, it's an 8-year-old song. It's a song that an 8-year-old wrote, but it's a starting point. And I think that even then I was able to build on that starting point. So where I think the first song that I wrote that I was actually really proud of, that I recorded and shared with people, I was 15. And part of it was because at 8, I just tried something. And so even though it's something that when I think back on, I kind of cringe, it's still something. And so I can build on that. And, that's part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. My music is on all streaming platforms. If you just search JoDavi, you can find it. If you go to jodavi.bandcamp.com, you can get physical copies. I'm in the studio right now here in Oakland. We're working on a new EP, and that one's gonna be on vinyl. And then we'll also have some stuff digitally as well. We're gonna be rolling that out a little bit more creatively this time around. But you can find me, JoDavi, if you wanna find me on social media, it's at JoDavi Music. And yeah, I'll be playing a lot of shows. So if I'm in your area, come out and see us. We always have a great time live. It's inexplicable. It's one of those shows. The shows that we do are just shows that you just have to be there to truly understand. So hope I get to see you, and thank you for your time.